We're going to hit you with a plethora, a veritable scutch of cup draws now for the football. First off, Tony, we have got the Nedbank Women's FA Cup semi-finals, and our glamorous hockey pundit Sam Spooner is going to help with the draw as well. Sam's going to be drawing the teams out, isn't he? Yeah.
Quite a few of the sponsors are away. I've tried to get hold of Richard Foden to see if he was coming up because, the draw was being done, but I know quite a lot of the sponsors are away. I don't know what it is. Busy weekend because I think we've been missing a lot of players today as well for teams. So Sam's going to do it. Good job he'll do too. Go on, Sam.
Here we are.
Put these women out of the misery.
First out the hat is number 4.
That's Peel.
Next one, number 3.
That's Laxey.
And the next one, number 1.
Colby.
Leaving number 2.
Corinthians. So that's for the Nedbank Women's FA Cup semi-finals. Ties are to be played on the 25th of March. So that's 2 weeks tomorrow, Tony.
Yep, that's right. Yep.
Okay.
Give him a good shuffle, Sam.
All right. So now the Masters FA Cup semi-finals. These matches to be played a week tomorrow. In the hat are Colby, Douglas Royal, Laxey and Peel.
Okay, so first out the hat is number 3.
That's Laxey.
Next up, number 2.
That's Royals.
And number 1.
That's Colby.
And last, number 4.
Peel.
That's a good one.
Okay.
2 top teams drawn together, so it gives 2 of the other sides a chance to get the finals.
Good stuff. Okay. Now moving to the Friends Providence International FA Cup semi-finals. They're due to be played 2 weeks today on the 24th of March. 3 of the 4 teams resolved. We only need Bradnor St George's from that other quarter-final yet to be played. So we've got Bradnor St George's, Corinthians, Peel and St John's, if you'd like to do the honours, guys.
Shuffle them up.
So first one out is number 3.
That's Peel.
And number 4.
Against St John's, a Western derby.
And number 2.
That's Corinthians.
And number 1.
That's Braddon or St George's. Okay.
Done.
Right.
Yep.
So we're not going to draw the Woods Cup because, as explained at lunchtime, none of the ties have gone ahead. Oh, well, sorry, one of the ties has gone ahead so far. The other 3 didn't take place today, so we're going to leave that draw for now. Next up is the Keystone Law Hospital Cup preliminary round, scheduled for the 7th of April. 26 teams in this one, so 20 teams in the 10 fixtures and 6 buys. Is that, Tony?
There is.
Okay, right.
We've just got to check that every single one is in there.
Okay.
We're just going to check.
It's very high tech, this, ladies and gentlemen, with the sawn off bits of broom handle and the red bag.
There's not many draws in there. That's it. You've got them all there.
I'll run through some numbers for you to look out for in this one. Some of the big teams: Peel are number 18, St George's number 23, Corinthians number 5. All sorts of shuffling going on over there. Are we ready,
right,
gents?
We are.
Give them a good shuffle.
Okay, so 10 games for the Hospital Cup.
First out the hat is number 2.
Number 2, that is Braddon.
Against number 8.
Number 8 is Old Boys.
Number 11.
Number 11 is Governors.
Versus number 26.
Number 26 is Union Mills.
Number 25.
Number 25 is St Mary's.
Number 16.
Number 16 is Michael United.
21.
21 is Ramsey Youth Centre.
Against number 12.
Number 12, Gyms.
Number 19.
Number 19, Pulrose.
Against number 10.
Number 10 is Foxdale. Big Division 2 clash there.
Yep.
Number 23.
23, St George's.
Against number 17.
Number 17 is Onken.
Number 13.
Number 13, Laxey.
Against 18.
18 is Peel.
Number 5.
Number 5 is Corinthians.
And number 3.
Number 3 is Castletown.
Number 15.
Number 15, Marown.
Against number 9.
Number 9 is Douglas Royal. And the last tie,
24.
24 is St John's.
Versus number 20.
Number 20 is Ramsey. Okay, so by my calculations, that leaves the following teams with byes in the preliminary round: Ayr United, Colby, Douglas Athletic, Douglas and District, Maloo, and Russian. With the ties, the 10 ties being as follows: Braddon, Douglas High School Old Boys, Governors against Union Mills, St Mary's against Michael United, Ramsey Youth Centre against Jims, Pulrose against Foxdale, St George's Onken, Laxey Peel, Corinthians against Castletown, Marown versus Douglas Royal, and St John's versus Ramsey. A couple of standout ones for you there, Tony?
Yeah, I think there is when you look through, and the Hospital Cup is being played on a Saturday this year, so you've got to be careful with that. Normally it's on a Sunday, isn't it? But we've switched them round. The Junior Cup has gone on the Sunday, but you look at sort of St George against Onken. It's always nice to see that, because I look at Julian Ringham, Tristan Ringham, two brothers involved with two different clubs, so I always
The
like
Ringham Derby.
Yeah, the Ringham Derby. Laxey against Peel. It's a tighter pitch at Laxey, so they play it well, and they'll have a good go against Peel. Castletown, it's another pointer for them against one of the top sides in the Premier League, because I watched them the other night against St John's, and they know if they get promoted, it's going to be really tough for them, because St John's are a good side. And when you look at sort of the other ones, pretty well sort of shared about, St John's against Ramsey. You'd expect St John's to win that one. But Marown against Douglas Royal will give Marown a bit of a pointer how they're doing as well, because they're second in the league at the moment. Foxdale played really well midweek against Pulrose, and you just sort of get the chance to play against a side that's struggled a little bit in the Premier League, but they always knew it was going to be that way until the younger players came in and reached the age of 16 to play for Royals, and they've done well, them young lads, since they've come in.
Certainly have. And that Pulrose Foxdale one, that's I think a tasty looking one there as well, that Division 2 encounter. And finally we have the Ascot Hotel Junior Cup. Same thing, it's the preliminary round, 10 matches to be played, 26 teams to be drawn, so the same thing, 10 matches, 6 teams with byes. Matches due to be played on the 8th of April. Okay, gentlemen, are we ready?
We are.
Indeed.
Right.
Sam's got it bossed off.
Number 8.
Number 8 is Old Boys.
Probably one of the favourites.
Number 7.
Against Douglas and District.
26.
26 is Mills, Union Mills.
Against number 6.
Number 6 is Douglas Athletic.
22.
22, Russian United, another strong team in this competition.
Against 15.
Against 15, Marown.
Number 9.
Number 9 is Douglas Royal.
Against number 2.
Number 2 is Braddon.
Number 16.
16, Michael United.
Against number 11.
Number 11 is Governors Athletic.
Against number 17.
Number 17, Onken.
Against number 24.
St John's.
Number 4.
Number 4, Colby.
Against number 18.
Number 18 is Peel.
25.
25, St Mary's.
Against 23.
That is St George's.
Number 1.
That is Ayr United.
Against 13.
Against Laxey.
Last one.
Number 10.
Number 10, Foxdale.
Against 14.
14 is Maloo. Okay, so again, the teams that I've got having byes in that case for the Junior Cup are Castletown, Corinthians, Gyms, Pulrose, Ramsey and Ramsey Youth Centre.
That's it.
Okay, so the ties again: Douglas High School Old Boys against Douglas and District, Union Mills against Douglas Athletic, Russian versus Morown, Douglas Royal versus Braddon, Michael against Governors Athletic, Onken against St John's, Colby against Peel, St Mary's against St George's, Ayr United against Laxey, and Foxdale against Maloo. Again, Tony, anything stand out there for you?
The 3 or 4 top-sized Corinthians have got to buy their third in the league at the moment, but Old Boys always do well in this competition. Russian as well will fancy their chances. It's this qualification lark, isn't it, where you get some of the first team players qualified and maybe 1 or 2 players that were so close to reaching the right criteria haven't got enough games in under their belt, because it's got to be 5. But I also look at one down there is Peel. I'd be a little bit wary of Peel, because I sort of hinted at Christmas time that with the players coming into the first team now, making stronger, players were dropping down, and they've had some really great results, Peel. And St George is a very youthful team, and you've got to keep an eye on them, because they haven't played much football. So yeah, it's interesting, it's good, and I think it's one of those people sort of say about the Junior Cup and the Hospital Cup within sort of 1 week. You play your first set of fixtures, and then the following Saturday or Sunday, you've suddenly lost 18 teams. So you move through this competition very, very quickly. But hopefully the better weather will be here, Ed. That's what we're looking for, so we can get these games out of the way.
Fingers crossed, indeed. All right, thanks very much, Tony. That's where we'll leave the football.